This video is going to be covering a behind the head handoff. Yeah. Disclaimer for this one, okay? You're going to want to do this one extremely slow at first. Do not rush through this. Try not to do it as quickly as possible, because this is one of those that you'll hit yourself in the shoulder, you hit yourself in the back, you'll hit yourself in the forehead and the face. It will not feel good. So I would always suggest when you do these, start off with a rubber pair at first, just so that way if you do hit yourself, it's not going to destroy you. Don't let your ego get the better of you, right? I'd much rather hit myself in the head with a rubber pair at first than a big metal pair or a wood pair that just crack me and leave me bleeding, okay? You need to go really, really slow. Take your time with this, all right? As always, we make sure we have plenty of space, plenty of room. We're not going to hit anybody, preferably outside or inside your dojo or school. Now that all that disclaimer is over, we're going to hold the chuck in the positive grip. We're going to hold it fairly low, all right? Depending on your nunchuck length and all that good stuff, you may have to adjust. Now, since we're holding it in the positive grip, we're going to take our opposite hand that's usually on our chest, and we're going to stick it beside our head, just like this, like we're saying, stop, to someone who's beside us. I don't want to press it against my face. I actually want to leave it out just a little bit. This is where the path of the nunchuck is going to travel, so I'm going to put that there first. A lot of people, when they start doing this, they try to go the chuck first and then the arm. The chuck is going to hit you in the face if you do this. It's going to not feel good, so do not do this. Don't ever do this. This is not smart. This is how you get hit. Take your free hand and it goes there first. Thumb is open, ready to catch the chuck. The next thing, I need to make sure that the lane of travel of this weapon is going straight across. I'm not cutting it up at an angle or I'll hit myself in the back. I'm not cutting it down or an angle or I'll hit myself in the head or the face. I want to make sure that it goes straight across and it's going to go in front of my arm. As it does this, my elbow will collapse and the chuck will continue its way behind me, and then I will toss it into my hand. From there, I can let go of the first hand and it's now in the second hand. So a behind the head handoff. One more time, nice and slow. We're holding it in the positive. It's out to the side. My free hand blocks my face. It goes first. Again, that hand goes first. The chuck is nice and straight. It goes all the way in front of me with my arm straight. My elbow begins to bend, and then I toss it into the opposite hand. Don't try to grab first. Think about your thumb as a shelf. So as you toss it, it will just kind of sit on your thumb and you grab it afterwards. If you try to reach for it, again, you might miss and it might hit you in the head. Don't be that guy. I'll laugh, it's funny, but it won't be good for you. So we're here, nunchuck is off to the side, free hand is protecting with our thumb out and open, toss it straight across, it lands in your opposite hand, let go of the first hand, and now you're on the opposite side. Now, if you've watched any of my tutorial videos up to this point, you know that I am going to ask you to do the other hand. Your left hand might be goofy or your right hand might be goofy depending on what your dominant hand is, but all of those same things apply. Hand that is free is going to protect your head. It goes first. Hand that's holding the chuck, we're holding it fairly low, but you might have to adjust that depending on the length of your rope or chain. My arm is going to go straight. I'm not going to shortcut this. My arm is very straight. It goes all the way around until my elbow is forced to bend. It's going to start to go behind my head, and I toss it into the opposite hand. Let go of the first hand, and now it's out to the side. So if you want to do this and incorporate this into a drill so that way you can get good at both hands, you go right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. You can incorporate it with a strike. Boom, turn, boom, turn. Would you ever actually strike somebody that way? Probably not, because like I say in all my videos, this is not for self-defense. This is for dexterity, it's for fun, it allows you to blow some steam, it allows you to work on your hand-eye coordination, and like I say in all of my videos, I suggest you take this technique after you've done it 10 out of 10 times and you've gotten it down into both hands without dropping it or hitting yourself repeatedly, which is hilarious, but don't do that. You're going to incorporate this into a freestyle. You're moving the chuck around, all of a sudden, whenever you want to incorporate that, it goes into the opposite hand, and now you can start playing with the nunchuck. You want to do it on the other hand? That's cool. Toss it in there. You can start moving it in any direction that you really want, but whenever you want to use that technique, make sure you follow the rules that I gave you. One more time. Hand that's free goes first, not second. Make sure the chuck goes straight across, because if it doesn't, you'll hit yourself. All right, guys? Have fun, be safe, keep the martial arts legit.